Dun, 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 dun. Okay, thank you for following. I want to thank all of you who are watching at this moment. Please, once you come online, you share extensively. Let's get everybody, both here on Ground Zero, to get to the show at once. I will start talking when we have at least 1,000 people on today's show. And so once that is done, I'll go ahead and hit the button. So this announcement is very important. It's very, very, absolutely important. And you know, we cannot undermine the strength of such an announcement that I'm going to do today. And it remains very primordial, you know, especially such a time, the time when we have very you know, strong issues going up. And so please, once you join, you share extensively. Let's get everybody on board. It is our responsibility to ensure that, you know, everybody who at this time is watching to get this news. So please, in the next 2-3 minutes, we should have at least you know, at least 1,000 people watching or thereabout, so that I can go ahead to break this very, very important news that would probably be a big game changer in the life of Ambazonians. You know, so please, while you're out there, once you join, you share extensively, because we have the responsibility to put information very vividly and across the breadth and length of Ambazonia. So when you come online, you share, so that we'll get everybody watching this at this time. So thank you for those of you who are joining, those of you who are watching from the United States of America, those of you who are watching from Canada, those of you who are watching from China, those of you watching from the Netherlands. If you're also watching from Dubai, from any part of the world, those of you watching from Belgium, you are very welcome. Of course, it is a rare privilege to have all of you on this show today. I think we're building the platform. Thank you all very much for coming. Those of you who are watching from Ground Zero, thinking of those of you who are watching from Manfe, Manual Division, and of course, all those of you who are watching from any part of southern Cameroons. I'm thinking of those of you watching from Donga Mantong in the northern zone. If you're watching from Ngoketunja, I'm thinking about those who are watching from Babisi and Bamesing and Balikumbat, Bafanji, and the rest of the villages that make up the Balikumbat, the Ngoketunja County. If you're watching from Donga Mantung, I'm thinking of those who are watching from Messager, and to tell you a big shout out. If you're watching from Bui County, I'm thinking of all those who are watching from the capital city of Kumbu, and of course, all those who are watching from Tobin and the rest of the other villages around that county. I also want to seize the opportunity to say hello to all those who are watching from Mezam. From Mezam, I'm thinking of those who are watching from Bamenda, from Bali, from Santa Akum, and of course from Mancon. A big shout out to all of you. If you're watching from Momong, I'm thinking of those who are watching from Grufen. I think no, those who are watching from Batibo, from Guzang. If you're watching from Ngemoa, those of you watching from Widikum, from Tiben, from Bamben, from Dishe 1 and Dishe 2, If those of you watching from Grascam, still in Momo. Those of you watching from Bifang, still in Momo. And all those of you, of course, who are watching from Menchum, I'm saying a big shout out to those who are watching from Befang, those who are watching from Wum, from Wei, from Mondele, from Baworo, and of course, those who are watching from Benakuma, it's a big shout out to you. If you're watching from Dian County, I'm thinking of those who are watching from Bafaka Baldway, from Daba to 1 and 2. Also thinking of all those who are watching from all other areas within the county of Indian. If you're watching, of course, from Kupe Maninguba, I'm thinking of those of you watching from Guti, watching those of you watching from Mongondo, and of course, I wouldn't forget those who are watching from the chief town of Bushmeat, Manyamen. If you're watching from, Kupe Maninguba. What about those who are watching from Meme? It's a big shout out to those who are watching from Kwakwa, from all other areas around, of course, Kumba. And if you're watching from Balangi and from Ediki, those of you watching from Fako, it's a big shout out to the people of Ekona, Moyoka, Munyenge, the city of Boya, our federal headquarters, from Mututu, from Bonadikumbo, Maifo, from East Sokolo, and I will not forget those who are watching from Geme, from Limbe, from Mbende, if you're watching from any part of southern Cameroon. Of course, what about those who at this moment are watching from Manu Division, especially those watching from Akwaya? If you're watching from Akwaya town itself, or you're watching from Tinta, from Kekani, big shout out to you. Those who are watching from Bonando, I'm thinking of the parrot prawn around Bonando. It's a big privilege to know that everybody from Akwaya is watching. And of course, we're also thinking of those who are watching from Eyomojok, from Sanagarati, Sanakang, from those who are watching from Ekok. And of course, we want to also seize the opportunity to say hello to those watching from Tinto, from Tinto Waya, Tinto Mbu, Tinto Kile, those watching from Ebiagwa, from Ebengsuk. And of course, a big shout out to those of you watching from Mambo, in Upper Bayan. Let's also say a big shout out to those who are watching from the BLM County. We're thinking of those of you from Alop, those of you, of course, who are watching from Menji. And of course, we of course cannot forget those who are watching from Bechati and other parts of the BLM County. You know, I'm sure that I have not been able to, watch all, to probably name all the counties, but that's okay. I'm thinking of all Southern Cameroonians at large. Those watching from any part of the world, from Belgium, it's a big shout out. So we will go as soon as we have 500,000 people watching the show, and so that is the spirit. So bring everybody on board, and let's get this very big news on, and to get some big and serious security tips for the people of Ambazonia. From Friday, of course, through Saturday, something very big will be happening that will be in the biggest favor of Ambazonians, and it is my responsibility to make this very gigantic announcement so that the people of Southern Cameroon will have to join the rest of the world to steal a time of, and get this as a very serious and huge opportunity, because we would be, of course, having a very huge activity that is going to play for the biggest diplomatic win for the Ambazonian people. Of course, we're thinking of those who are watching from Ekombe, those who are watching from Bakassi. Thank you so much for remembering us about Bakassi. We think of you all, and we have not forgotten any particular village or anywhere in southern Cameroon. As a matter of fact, we are grateful the fact that all of you are following very keenly from Ground Zero, and we will seize the opportunity to tell the people of Ground Zero one very important thing before we get the news. And we want to give this news once we have at least have 1,000 plus people watching in just a couple of minutes. So we thank you all for giving our people the strength to come online. I want to say a big shout out to those who are watching from Banga, Bakundu, from all the Bakundus. I'm thinking of my good friend Bobet Maloba. I'm also thinking of Nelson Ochemba, who is watching, of course, from Los Angeles. He's from Ngi in Momo County. Shea Mado and the rest of the people who are watching. It's a big shout out. I can't see everybody who's watching at this time, but I think I can see a few people. So thank you very much for your commitment. And just to remind you that our Eric TATAW account is back, and we're trying to set it up straight. So you must have noticed that there are a lot of things we can't post anymore because of it's always going to be like, oh, these things you're posting, we are blocking you for 1 month because. So we don't want to get there again. But we try our best to keep our people informed about the most necessary happenings on Ground Zero, especially on our official Facebook page. So there is the big news, and all Ambazonians have to take this. So please, if you join, you share. And thank you once more for joining. So we have already about 500,000 watching us, 500,000 watching at this moment. And so we're going to start the show officially. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming online, Mola Wanja. Sometimes I get a little bit confused pronouncing your name, but that's okay. That's fine. And so it's a rare privilege to see how much commitment some Ambazonians have poured in this movement. And we want to thank all and sundry for their undiluted support, towards our revolution, because that is exactly what everybody wants. And we are praying endlessly for all our fighters, for everybody on Ground Zero who is supporting the movement. We have had people who are assisting from Ground Zero, and we cannot and will not deny that their support is actually not pushing this movement ahead. So now you're welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to start the show officially, and then I will have us have the news just probably after 10 minutes into some of the things I want to say now. I'll start by saluting Ground Zero, and to reiterate this point that I made yesterday, there are modifications that have come to guarantee the very salient and just a minute, let me see what's going on, to guarantee the security of our people. And security is something that remains very primordial. It is in fact the backbone of our independence movement, and for us to keep our citizens alive until after independence, we have to teach them both the elementary and sophisticated methods of self-defense. Because we have watched over the years, or over the months, see how the Republic soldiers have been, breaking, have been actually getting into houses, killing our people, and with no mercy, murdering them indiscriminately, and shooting without control. Of course, it is common knowledge, it's no longer news, that as soon as a soldier begins to break into your house, there is only one option: you are going to be killed, because there is no way they will break into your house without killing you. I'm going to give this news after this very important discussion, because I have talked with a couple of people, and we are trying to up the security challenges to stress La Republic and give them a lot of stress, so that before they go to break into a house and kill any of our civilians, they will begin to think twice. Now, all those of us in the diaspora, I want us to listen, and those of you on Ground Zero, I want you to also listen. There is a new security technique. There are some small Wi-Fi or Wi-Fi cameras, if you like to call it that way. There are actually some mobile cameras, very small, that you can, very tiny, that you can implant in corners of your houses and in entrances of your villages, and connect them with your phones. To your phones, they can actually stay up to more than 24 hours once they are charged. And so the people in the diaspora must start looking at this, because we're trying to document enough evidence to ensure that each time the Republic comes, they'll be surprised that we have live videos of them actually entering into our villages and destroying those houses. So how are we going to do this? It is all a matter of sacrifice, and those things are pretty cheap, and we have to up the game so that no soldier is going to have an easy ride into our villages, into our houses, kill our mothers and sisters and brothers. They are going to, of course, get it very hot when they come there, because when you go there and shoot a child, the next day your face will be out on social media, and you wouldn't know how that video got out. So we are starting a campaign, a kind of the CC, which is called the Camera Code in the Ambazonia independence movement. So we have to start looking at cameras. Yesterday we talked about live videos on Facebook. That point still stands, and we urge all Ambazonians of goodwill to ensure that they implement this particular strategy in their houses back at home. Now, this is the point. You would remember that if we have little cameras where our people put in their houses, in various areas in their villages, we will not have the Republic going and burning down our villages and killing our mothers and brothers and sisters. Now, why do I say this? Because we have watched over the months, we have repetitive kind of genocide where these people go and they kind of they try to break into houses. And when they do that, what do? They pull out every living human being in that house and kill that person. So we have to stop it by way of letting them know that we are recording every move they do. So it is time for the diaspora to look online at Amazon and other places and see how you can get little cameras that can be connected to the phones of your relatives on ground zero and even to your phones abroad. So I am going to come back to this particular point, but let me get the news, because there's some people who are busy who might be watching and waiting for the news to go. This is the big news. Now, I don't want to take too much time. I'll talk about the other issues after this news. We have just received confirmation, and we have had a team that is talking with Professor Lumumba. So the big news is that all Ambazonians will have the opportunity in the various parts of the world to ask Professor Lumumba big questions. So we would here in the DMV area, we will be coordinating a town hall meeting with Professor Lumumba. For those who don't know Professor Lumumba, I'm going to show his picture so that it's a very big opportunity for us. Let me pull out his picture. He's a Kenyan lawyer. You know, he was just recently repatriated. This is I think you've been hearing a lot about this man. Some people will not know this is Professor Lumumba. I think you see him. That is Professor Lumumba. He's going to be here in the DMV area, and we're organizing a town hall kind of discussion where he'll be talking basically on human rights violation, and we'll be selling the Ambazonian product and Ambazonian issue out to other communities. We'll have people from Ghana, those from the United States of America, Sierra Leone, Cote d'Ivoire, and of course, we'll have a lot of people. So I am privileged to have been informed that from the person who spoke with me, told me that they chatted about our platform to Professor Lumumba, and they think that on behalf of National Telegraph and on behalf of the Ambazonian people, we should, of course, host this town hall talk. Now, this is what is going to happen, and it's very important for every Ambazonian to know what is going to go on. So it is going to be a very, very strategic diplomatic move. In fact, Professor Lumumba had given us the permission, because he's incorruptible, to ask me to announce his coming to the DMV area, that he will be here, and I already have the address. So all of you in Washington, D.C., Maryland, Virginia, Ohio, Pennsylvania, all of you, all neighboring states, we need at least 10,000 Ambazonians in the hall. And this is a crusade that I'm starting today. We'll keep going online tomorrow and every day, trying to make everybody get this. We'll send audios. So everybody, if you live around DMV area, do not say that you didn't hear. Today is only Tuesday, and the town hall event will be on Saturday. There will be a state dinner on Friday, as I've been informed. And I'll keep you posted with the activities, keep you to know everything that's going to be happening. This is an opportunity. All of you will have to come online on the date and the time of that announcement, so that we crowd Facebook with our cries, bring pictures and post them under the show. Let it be a very, a big and huge show that La République du Cameroon will begin to cry, because Professor Lumumba is a human rights actor of Enchanting High Bangongi. Somebody, I remember this word that one of my friends used to use when we used to be in primary school, and I put these words in quote. He's somebody that has an exceptional charisma and that can sell our struggle to high proportion. So if you're just joining, I was talking about Professor Lumumba, the Kenyan-born lawyer who would be in the DMV area. This is his picture. All of us, we know him. He's going to be here, and we'll have a town hall where he will be in the hall, and during that period, I'll be interviewing him, and he'll be answering all your questions. You send questions on live show. We'll have a phone line on. We'll have people in the hall who will be asking questions, and you also begin to pin all the atrocities of La République du Cameroon during that show. That show is going to be the broadcast is going to be on National Telegraph official page. National Telegraph official page. And we are also looking for a means to also broadcast it on the National Telegraph YouTube page. The reason why is because it's an extremely professional show for Ambazonians to represent their views. It's not going to be about Eric TATAW. It's going to be about Professor Lumumba talking to the Ambazonian people. Now, let's get this clear. If you want to follow this show, it is important, please, let's bring everybody on board before we make the announcement on the date and the time. Professor Lumumba has given okay for this show to be announced, and that everybody, every single Ambazonian who is living in the DMV area, Washington, D.C., Maryland, Virginia, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Ohio, those of you who are living 1 hour, 2 hours flight away from the address, you have to be here. You have to be here and make sure that we show our support and make our cries heard. We have to cry on that day and make him hear, because these are people who go to various offices beyond imagination. So with that said, let us get this straight. Now, it is normal for a lot of people not to understand what we're trying to say until this begins to happen. There are many people, that show will not be on this page. That show will be on National Telegraph. So there are people who only follow when we are on this page. So if you want, it's simple. All of you Ambazonians, I'm going to do an audio. I've talked with Joshua Card. I'm going to talk with Yannick Shikot and the rest of the activists. We'll do a small publicity to know how to follow that show. Now, if you want to have an indication or a signal, a notification that that show is on, you go to our page, our official page, you click follow and like on National Telegraph, because when you talk, some people interpret it differently. That is the only way that you can follow a show on an official page, because a page is not a Facebook name that you are friends with somebody. You only follow that based on on the fact that you follow the page. So we're going to be live on that page, and everybody who is not following, to get you can follow and unfollow later just to get that show, please. If you don't like Eric TATAW or National Telegraph, just for the sake of that show, go to our page, go and click on follow. You go, for example, let me show you what we're going to be doing, because this show is very important for all Ambazonians. Okay, now, if you don't know how to follow a page, you go to National Telegraph on Facebook. So this is Facebook. When you're on Facebook, you can type here. You go on the search bar. There's a search bar. You type there. What are you looking for? You're looking for National Telegraph. Okay. That is National Telegraph. I think it's loading. So when you get National Telegraph, what you have to do as soon as National Telegraph comes up, you click on National Telegraph. It's going to take you to the page. I'm going to be reading the address where I'm trying to load the National Telegraph page. So when you load the National Telegraph page, it becomes easy now for you. You go through the page, you see where they say click on follow and like. You click on follow, you click on like. Now you have subscribed to that page. That subscription is free. That subscription does not give me money. It doesn't give me a dime. On the contrary, I pay Facebook to expand the works to go to many people. So when you go there, you're going to click on that, and then you start following that show on that day. Now, let us get this address now very clearly. This is the address. I'm going to be reading it. This is the address. Let us get it. So that's very important. Okay. It is going to be, we said it is from 7 p.m. That is where it's going to be in the town hall. And the address, please, I'm going to still put it on my wall. The address is 14900 Swetzel Lane Suite. That's 14900. That's 14900 Swetzel Lane Suite 102 Laurel MD. That's Laurel in Maryland. The zip code is 20707. So that is the address. So we are starting this publicity now for everybody to know, and for us to understand that Professor Lumumba will be here with us, and every Ambazonian who is out there will have the right to ask a question based on the movement, on our struggle, and to raise concern about what exactly is going on. When you see people like Professor Lumumba start coming closer to Ambazonians, you must understand that it's a man who has vision and he's already saying that independence is just here. Once more, it's on Saturday. There's going to be a state dinner on Friday. I'm going to announce all of those on the audios and on my shows. So we have the address is 14900 Switzer Lane, Suite 102, Laurel, MD. Now, the Switzer is spelled SWEITZER. That's SW, that's 14900 14900 Switzer Lane. Switzer is SWEITZER. Then lane can just be LN, capital L, small n, then it's Suite 102, Laurel, MD, and the zip code is 20707. So we're going to have Professor Lumumba, and we're going to make a lot more, many other announcements so that Ambazonian people should be ready. We might be shooting that on our official page, National Telegraph, and of course on our YouTube page, National Telegraph. So for those who want to be watching, who will be watching this video on YouTube after some people will put it there, they will have to go and subscribe on the YouTube page so that when we're live on that day, we'll have everybody watching, because we want everybody to watch. We want people to, put a lot of their comments there, because top security agencies in the United States and in the world will be watching, because Professor Lumumba will be speaking on that day. So for those of you who are just joining, Professor Lumumba is a human rights lawyer from Kenya, and of course, you know that he has Ambazonia at heart. So if you don't know, let me once more shoot his picture on the screen. Let me see what we have here. I'm just going to put the picture once more. Of course, this is Professor Lumumba. Okay, I think I got it. Oh, good, perfect. So that is Professor Lumumba for those who are just joining. So he's going to be here, and it is very important for us all to know exactly what to do. Now, I might come back to this for others who will be joining later. But let's get to other businesses. We must say this very loudly. And thank you so much for the person who has pinned that address on the screen. God bless you. That's exactly the address one. God bless you so much. Let's now say all of this in one video, because of the importance that this video has in our movement. You see, most often I have preached the values of truth and honesty, and for us as Ambazonians to face facts no matter how hard they have become. And the essence why we as a people have sustained this revolution is because we have decided to soak ourselves in the truth. And that is exactly some of the things I want to tell us today. Now, there's been a lot of things that have gone on the last couple of days. And, I want to draw the attention of the Ambazonian people to this very crucial, lousy kind of attitude of some of our comrades who have decided not at all to understand the necessity of the blood of the people that are dying on ground zero. And what is even hypocritical is the fact that each time this gang wants to talk about the issues that regarding this movement, they always talk about and cite the blood of the people, whereas they are the same people who are actually trying to kill this movement. Ambazonia and the Ambazonian independence movement cannot be turned into a political school where political amateurs and social media rogues will come to try to divert attention, what I call hocus pocus, to get the people's attention diverted. Now, to me, as Eric TATAW, I wanted to say this, and I said I was going to leave it, but a few friends and family members said, no, it's important for you to say it. And somebody drew my attention today, King Echu, one of my Manu brothers. He drew my attention to something that has solidified the stupidity, the dishonesty, and the fundamental imbecility of some activists. Now, let me explain this to Ambazonians. You must understand that when we want to speak of the truth, we talk about the physical things that we see that people do in the movement that is not correct. But if you have people who don't have condescend, they have gone down too low to extent that have become preposterous, you want to ask yourselves that are these people really human beings? Now, I want to say this very clearly, that this is war, and in war, there is no romance. And when I made that statement many months ago, and I asked that this battle should be taken to La République du Cameroon, a lot of people have opposed me at the time, including the people who are now saying that they have to take the war to La République. Everybody opposed me, from even my good friend Mark Barita to just everybody. But today they have seen the necessity of taking the war across the Mongo. When I push across the Mongo, they refuse. And I want to ask you, why would 5-6 activists go on one live show, spend 3-4 hours talking about Eric TATAW this, Eric TATAW that, and they don't even have intelligence and information to share to the public? For 3 hours, 4 hours, you spend your time, you can't teach our people how to defend themselves, you can't give news that somebody is coming here, you can't give news like Kemiashu is giving news, and you spend your time trying to, that's 6 people trying to make one man look like people should stop believing that man. But it's unfortunate. Now, in one of my chats, in my inbox chat, I want to share this with the Prof Ambazonia. You know, when Franklin Njume, because I was looking and waiting patiently for one activist that will say that in public by chance or by accident or by design, so that I'm going to castrate the person. Now, let me say this very clearly. When Franklin Njume was doing his jokes, because he's a man that has been paid by the regime to do things that will try to divert attention and probably make some activists be demoralized. But unfortunately, I'm a man who is never demoralized because I know who I am. Now, let me say this. Franklin Njume started a small joke, and that was a joke from his tone. You could hear him when he said, Eric TATAW, Papa na Igbo man. That's how Igbo man self come born with mommy and stuff like that. And we laughed with my wife, and all my brothers were laughing. Well, and he knew because he was saying something that he never knew, and he was saying it out of a joke. Now, I got one of our other activists, Tapang Ivo. He came to my inbox. He started telling me that he will pick up. That's what Tapang told me, that Franklin Njume has called me an Igbo man, and he's good at doing propaganda. So he's going to make sure that he makes Southern Cameroonians believe that my father is an Igbo man for real. I know where I'm coming this, but I told Tapang inbox that, Tapang, when I was locked up at Central, I met your father. Your father is a Bangma man. And this struggle will not make me to go and tell somebody that your father is not a Bangma man. I know your father, and you knew me from school, so feel you're free. You can only talk this thing here, but if you go out, you understand why they call me Eric TATAW. So today, King Echu drew my attention to what Capo Daniel said, that in public, on social media, he talked about my paternity and says that he hears, because those are things that they have cooked in their AGC group to come and talk about Eric TATAW, because, you know, they think that I am their only problem, and if they pull me down, they'll be able to hijack this revolution. But now, let me say something to Capo Daniel. I heard him, and when King Echu brought me, he brought me into my attention, and I listened to the show. I was following up. I said, bro, I've listened. But I was listening to everything, including what Caroline Fu was saying, or they call her Kadisi say, everything that trying to condemn county by county and all of those, that kind of politics. And I listened very carefully how Capo Daniel, who claimed that he has apologized, who destroyed the UN Declaration Committee plan, he still came out there and he said that, imagine, on a show, you say that my father is an Igbo man. Okay, now, this is what I want to tell them for their information. And I want to be clear with you, and very, very clear. And I want Ambazonians to listen. You see, me, Eric TATAW, I told one of them, and in fact, there's a name that Tapang has written, Nwanchuku something, and he gives me a state that I come from a certain state. And I accept. You know why? It is going to be a disgrace that Capo Daniel, Bella Franklin, Tapang Ivo, Success in Kumu, one of my other brothers here somewhere around Pennsylvania, you have Lucas Asu, all those activists, all of them, they put their energy together and craft a message to spread on WhatsApp groups about Eric TATAW, trying to give me a certain kind of paternity. Okay, this is the problem. And this is where they fail to understand one thing, that that put 10 of them together. I cannot hold a live show with 10 activists trying to discredit one man, because Eric TATAW alone is enough. From their boss down, I have taught them what it means to speak the truth. Now, let us be clear. This is what I told them, that if just in case my father is an Igbo man, then you people should be ashamed, you Tapang and the rest. That's what I told him inbox, that you have allowed somebody who is supposed to be an Igbo man to come and win the confidence of Ambazonian people. I ask you, Tapang and Kapo and the rest, that when this struggle started, you were leader of the consortium. Go back and read your comments, how people used to praise you because you used to do good things. Go today and read your comments and look at it. Listen, let me tell you something. There is a general philosophy in life. And let me now officially introduce myself. My names are Eric TATAW Tano. You should tell Kapo Daniel and Tapang and his gang of thieves that me, I am the most authentic Manu man that has ever existed. My mother did not even stay in Manfe. Neither did my father. My father was just a businessman who lived most of his life in Bamenda and in Bafusam. Those who are in Manfe know my father as war man. I know that you guys are trying to get information to know the location of my house, to go burn my house, attack my family. But I'm not scared to give you because I have cameras all over my house. And when you get there, you'll be very sure to meet your Waterloo. Let me tell you post something. All the gang from the AGC, that you have to go and cook more lies. You have to cook a lot of lies to come and try to bring Eric TATAW, because as long as I've stood on this revolution. People like Asama, young president of Upper Bank, who is commenting here, knows my village, knows my uncle. I come from a royal family. And people want us to come and talk a lot of things on social media. Tell Tapang, Kapo, and the rest that they put all of their families together. They will not reach my family. I live in this country. My grandmother is here. My uncles, my aunties are here. And I'm one man who refused long ago, when I was as young as 10 years, to go to Germany and Italy. That is why I was supposed to go to school. So if you have people who don't have, they want us to come and talk so that they'll say, oh, he's proud. But I want to give them a little bit of my life. My father was not a very wealthy man, but he was rich. And those who know him, he was a businessman and the first Kendem man to bring a two exhaust machine in Kendem village. My family is the royal family of Kendem. Before I was taken by this very kind of CPM machinery and given to Chief Akomara, my father was normally supposed to be the chief of Kendem. That is why those who know me, my uncle was compensated with the region of Kendem. And you want to talk about my mother? My mother is a princess. She comes from a royal family. My family is the biggest family in Upper Bayang, the family of Chief Tabe Bruno Moses Egbe. Go and ask all the SGOs, everybody who passes along the Manfe Bamenda Road, they sleep and they lodge in my grandfather's house. It's the biggest house. Ask about who was the chief manager of senior service at the time in Tico. They call him Chief Tabe Bruno Moses Egbe. That was one of the richest Upper Bayang people. In fact, my grandfather is known to have been the first Manu man to put a water system in his house because he worked with the white men at the time. So if you don't have something to say, you stay quiet, you shut up your mouth. Don't let me give you history. You're talking to a bourgeoisie, a man who was born with gold spoon, but he decided to work for himself. So I'm not about all these small things that you go on social media, you start calling my name, and you start trying to give me another identity because Franklin Jume has put you into serious trouble. Look at how Franklin Jume messed you up. You have somebody like Kapo who looks shabby, who looks epileptic and sick. I'm not listening. When I want to insult people, I don't look at their faces. You know, they have fake profiles all over. You look a clean man, fine man, intelligent man. Even the Tapang guys making noise used to be my student in school. Ask Francis at Germany, Atia Tilarius, all those journalists at Benjamin and the rest. They will tell you, Tapang is a child that I trained in school in JMC. Even when I hold the microphone, he doesn't pass. He was my technician. He was pushing buttons. It's not because he has come in America and he's done half book. He's not able to complete the school. He's making noise. And Tapang should show us where he graduated. Tell it, he makes noise. If he makes noise, he started lying about my ex-girlfriend. If I have a child with a woman, am I forced to marry that girl? That you think that you can bring it on social media? No, now you people bring it on. You people bring it on, let's see. You have non-entities, 10 of you. You go and gang up to talk about Eric TATAW. Every day is Eric TATAW. When I come and do strategy, why will you not teach people how to defend themselves? Your name every day is Eric TATAW. Why do you think that I'm so powerful that 10 of you will come on one live show talking about county by county, about this, about that, and Kapo Daniel says it in a very corny way, like he's called a corny top, that he hears that my father is Igbo. You want to give me, that's what Donald Trump said about Obama, and he couldn't say anything anymore. You have cheap little boys who cannot go from left to right. When I wear a jacket, you come and talk about my jacket. You know how much they buy one of these jackets? Because they want me to talk, so they'll say, oh, he has said this. Those are crazy people. You think that a man is dirty because you have written on your wall that this dirty journalist, or a man is a baby journalist because you say you have written that he's a baby journalist. All those journalists that you read from them, all of them, I trained them. All of them, they came to my office in internship. Ask people who were with me in JHS, with whom they will tell you. Go to JHS Limbe, Ayon AC Megbe, Kembe Emmanuel, in JHS Limbe. Ask all of them in JMC. I took many of those JMC children like this with my hand, and they work in CRTV today. All the Amos Enyonaket, all the Badun Sama and the rest that are in CRTV, those are my children in school. So you people don't come on social media. You think that you can come and bring stories to keep my spirit. You cannot kill me because I know how to talk better than you people. I know how to talk. And you look at what you people write. You want to compare? I'm the finest writer in this revolution. The most authentic, the most credible. I don't write what I don't know. So if you want to come and talk, you bring it up. And you have made fake profiles all over. Tapan will come inbox with Success in Kumu, tell me how they will do this for people to be. I said, go and do your messages. When you do them, you only end it on WhatsApp. But when you come on Facebook, I will castrate you people. I will, you know what I can do? They know. So when you see you are running your mouth, you think that everybody will come and be talking on social media? I have suits here in my wardrobe. I will not be fighting war with people dying. Every day I'll be wearing suit and sit. I will never wear a suit on this platform when I'm activist. But when I'm on National Telegram official page, I can wear whatever dress I want. So don't come and be talking nonsense until you have a very broke boy, Niba Erasmus, whose father is suffering in beggary in Bongare. Then he's going by a fake name, Shipbroker Nambi, and then he comes online, he's talking nonsense, and you have the rest of the post sharing his post. Those are gang of thieves from the AGC. What are we going to do with these AGC people? The AGC, Ayabacho orders his few fighters to go and disrupt camps. But when they have arrested those fighters, they start crying on social media. Let me tell you something. It's because it's Dr. Sako and the rest of these people. If I catch a fighter that has come to fight in a camp to kill other fighters, if I arrest the fighter, I will not be showing on social media. I will apply to them the same thing I would have applied to a La Republic soldier. Let us be clear that till this where we end, all of those activists who are signing on the agency put together, they will never be like Eric TATAW. That is why I don't lack nothing. God gave me all I needed, and Ambazonian people have given me more. And let me be clear with them. There is no day you are going to hear my name in some money scandal in this struggle, because I have enough. I put my money, and you see, let me tell you something. There is nothing you people can do to stop me. All of you must bow down to the truth. So continue and start telling me about whatever. My brother, I didn't ask them, what is wrong with my father being an Igbo man? Means that if my father were even an Igbo man, that's why I go to Tapang, have the screenshots I will remove and post one of these days if I so deem it necessary. It means that I will have 4 nationalities. Number 1, my former nationality as La Republic that have been abandoned. Number 2, my nationality as an Ambazonian, the one that I'm going to get here as an American, and the Nigerian own. But what are you trying to tell me? You just sit and you are making noise, you don't know nothing. You think that if you come and write that a man's father is this, the man will begin to get you worried. What is my problem? About who my father died. They don't even know. Some of them say my father is alive. That's the most ironical thing. They don't even know nothing about me. And let me tell them today, you see tomorrow, listen to this live show. Tomorrow they will say, yeah, his father already died, because I'm telling them now, because they never knew nothing. My father died in 2003 when I just passed my O-levels. That's when I left JHS with a scholarship from Emmanuel Ote. Emmanuel Ote was a minister delegate at the Ministry of Justice in charge of penitentiary administration at the time. Those who are in Widikum will know. I was the best all-round art student in Widikum. JHS Limbe, the same thing. University of Boyatapan was my child. When I talk, he doesn't talk. So people don't come on social media, go and cook gossips, lies, to come and to scream. You talk about my father that is an Igbo man. They say my father is in Nigeria. A man who died in 2003. You know what is the difference between 2003 and now? You are calling a dead man's name? 2003. You know what it means for your father to die in 2003 and you are where you are? No, let's be serious. So you don't come on social media, you begin to make noise. You don't know your left from your right and all of those things. They have fake profiles like Gerard Ayoketada have all banned and blocked from my page. They are making noise. So it's a pity. Go and ask, let them tell you about Eric TATAW. They say I'm CPDM. Go and ask the highest journalist in the whole of Cameroon who was being chastised and brutalized by CPDM people is me. because I never agreed. Even Justice Aya Abina will tell you people how much I stood for the truth. So it's not something that you think that you have the opportunity because you come and say, I've ignored this post for too long, and I've seen all those gossips flying from one WhatsApp group to another post sending to me. I just stayed quiet. And I told Tapang that if you're a man, go online and say that nonsense. And today, Capo Daniel was caught on trap. Capo Daniel, let me go back to you. He wants to claim that he's not the one who destroyed of course, somebody knows. Eno Brian was with me. Eno Brian was best student in sciences. I was best student in arts. Ngaharo Stan. And the rest, Chu Derek, my friend, who was commander in the BLM for soldiers, who said I should not talk to him again because I'm Amber. And I told him that I'm going to use his head for palm wine. All of them know. There's nobody who doesn't know a dictator. Anywhere I go, I shine like a star. That's why every day people come and talk about I was. When did you come? Those of you who came since, what have you put on? This struggle is about who came first, who came last. You only talk about those who are stealing. I can say it authoritatively that Tapang, you stole Dr. Fontaine's money. You stole money for Red Dragons. You stole money for refugees in Boston. I can say it anytime because those are facts that people can see. Don't tell me about stuff until somebody is saying that he goes say that I had my girlfriend, is his cousin or her cousin, and I abandoned her. Those are arguments that we've had on social media with Emma. Emma was there; she was following my page at the time. Until my first son's mother came on Facebook and apologized because you have people who are peddling gossip who don't know nothing about the man. You're trying to know everything about him, but you can't know. So when you make noise and all of those stuff, I mean, let's be serious. Let's be serious. I organized a small party in my house. Tapang and the rest, they are cooking stuff. When I didn't do a party, if I went to the hall, they will say it's because your house is nasty, you are afraid to come to your house. So what is it that they will not talk? I mean, let's be realistic. Let's be realistic. I've always challenged those activists that if you know that you're a man, people give me money for this struggle because they know that the money, I will follow until the money reaches there. You will see any of these days, those Paco boys will show you AKs that they have bought from what I've raised. Yes, in no time you have at least 3 AKs, new ones will enter, fairly used. They will enter the Paco children. That is what I'm doing to defend this fight. All of you, since from time immemorial, that you post are collecting money, you as activists. Let me see 1 AK that you have bought. Let me ask you. So if you don't have anything to say, you shut up your mouth. Come and learn how this thing is done. Come and learn wisdom. Come and ask Eric Tato, how did you do to succeed? Did I not say here that I used to sell newspapers? And somebody come and say, you used to sell newspapers. Who told you about selling newspapers? Eric Tato himself. I mean, you people are just so funny. No, there's nothing private about a public man. Because these are things that people have to know. There's nothing private about a public man. So you don't come on social media and start telling people that, oh, you did this, you did that. All lies. And you come and you start talking shit about a man, my father who died in 2003. I mean, let's get serious here. Let's get serious. You did not even know that my father is dead. You said that my father is in Nigeria, in Anambra State. That's what they write. And then until I knew, because I always say my things and I leave them like that so that you can't get there. So that when you come, you enter inside and now I'm going to smoke you because I'm smoke. That's my name. So let us be serious. And there's this other criminal, this big fool, they call him George Bedidin or what? A big old man, you see an old man like this, you see an old man, instead of him comporting himself, he's always there going up and down, talking left, right. George Bedidin, you want to know where my trip to Boya is? Go and ask Dr. Sako, ask Secretary Tabenyan, ask them. I've asked for accountability from everybody enough. So if you want to think that you can ask questions, start by asking us about the London oil deal. Ask about the money that was collected in Washington, D.C. Some of you are even talking about the money in Washington, D.C. When the men people who destroyed the store with the agency people, after Cometro gave orders for Dr. Manchum to take that check to Colorado. Do you know that till today, the money that we raised, $24,000 has disappeared? Because Dr. Manchum took that money, he went to Colorado, started canceling the checks and writing the checks in his name and trying to put the check in a new account that he created. Bank of America saw it as fraud and it was blocked. So Dr. Manchum alone made us to lose half of the donations that people gave at Washington, D.C. Ask some people that have not received their contributions back. So let us be serious. You have a big man like George who knows nothing, he doesn't know his left from his right. An old man, look at you. My father died at your age and he has given birth to a child like this who is talking to millions of people and has caused people to believe him because he speaks the truth. Then you are here, you have the age of my father, you come on Facebook, you start behaving like a child. I mean, when are you going to grow up? Will my father be commenting on Facebook the way you are doing? That's why I was saying that anybody that has suffered in Southern Cameroon, the only thing that you can do is to put your head down and galvanize your energy towards liberating people. And you come and speak the truth every time. That is part of the liberation. You don't have an old man, my father's age, one man, Tato Martin Ako, who died in 2003, like you, at your age, after giving birth to me. You are here, you are running your mouth on social media. Will my father be like you? What nonsense. So I have said what I have said, and all these activists who want to face me, they should come one after the other. I am fighting. I've said it before on Yannick Sikot's show that I have two enemies. La Republique is second. Number one, that these people are internally distracting us. Those are my first enemies. And I must weed them all before I go to La Republique, because once they are there, they will disturb me to constitution La Republique. And don't tell me otherwise. I am there to weed them. I already finished with Tapang. Capo is almost done. The other ones, they don't even have use. So those ones, that's why I'm not bothered about them. So we should stay. This Gerard Ayoketa, let me even block you. Another criminal. Or let me leave you. There are things that I want you to be saying. So now leave that Ayoketa. That's an AGC pro, either Tapang or Capo, one of those fake profiles that they create in buying the names. So those are where you people have failed. Go to your walls. Show me the thing that you have done. If something wants to happen on Ground Zero, they're going to install a geo somewhere that I want people to know. It's Eric Tato that will give the intelligence. Minister of Defense is going to Small Kombe. It's Eric Tato that will give the intelligence. This one is happening here. It's Eric Tato. It's happening in Donga Maton. It's Eric Tato. It's happening in Meme. It's Eric Tato. Until you people get to that level where people in government will trust you to sell intelligence to you like I do. You only read from me and you will act. You wait until I write before you comment. That's the difference between me and all of you people. And until you accept that fact, let us be clear that you are never going to, in fact, you will not even enter Ambazonia. So, it is not something that will come here on social media. You go and spend your time on the show. I was very surprised that somebody went and started calling my name, talking about my paternity in a revolution, instead of talking about the things that he thinks is right. I mean, Erin Della and I had an argument to a larger extent. And I told Tapang, I am never going to come and make fake stories about you because you have enough bad real stories that people know. So I don't need to go and make any story because I don't make any story about nobody. Me, I'm Sam Pusam Manu. Everybody will come to their senses after this revolution, because there are people. I've said that if those ground forces don't stop people, I have people in my list, you will not enter Ambazonia. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's leave all these people who are always crying. Every time they are crying, you think you can. I have raised money close to $10,000 for Fako. Yes, Bola Wonja is there, Joshua Kai is there. As you can see, is preparing to send the other one. When they'll receive it, they'll come on this show, come and testify. Because I have brought a new era of transparency. I saw this other lady, Kadi Sise. She was on my show. And, I saw her crying about county by county. And I asked myself that, is it because this girl doesn't understand English very well? Because she was so low in her reasoning. And I did not believe, because, at the time I said, she went to the embassy and she did a good job. And see how she's messing up herself. She has gone and joined a gang of thieves. And, I just look at her and say, hey, this girl, I was talking to my wife. My wife, she's not been at this girl this way, I show. I say, yes, baby. And my wife asked that, is she normal? What she say? Because it's not a normal thing. It's not a normal thing. It's not a normal thing. Now, I'm just saying this because I am still looking at her. I listened to what she said and try to understand her reason for saying that county by county is not good. And she said that it's because of county by county that some boys went and stayed in the room or in the house and they came and killed them. And look at that. On the contrary, that is block by block, because those are a group of 4 people or 5 boys who are not even Ambazonian soldiers. Because by county, you don't have 5 people staying in one place and making like the command a place. No, we are going to stop it, and I want to say it very clearly that when you go up and come down, anything that we put on voting that is popular, that's what the people want. So the only reason why some of you are even making all noise is because the IG, some members of the IG are even weak. They don't know how to take decision, because even at me, I'm there for that IG. Even at me, I'm there for that IG. No. That fight is the carry for 8 down and for Batigo. I forgive a punitive order. They never exist again. Yes. Any fighter where they cash in, when I only can make the noise of Facebook, say they have seized their guns. How they pass seize their gun? How many? That way they say they don't go attack camp or battle. I need to talk nothing. We see pictures they don't burn people for basic. When I hear old Joe have published and say they don't do things every time. Market women they fit testify. You post say nothing, but when they have arrested them, those guys are even good to arrest them and do videos. If I arrest you, where we fight away, you go fight other camp. If I see military the camp, I go first finish with you first before I start fight that military. Yes. If I see that's it. See, listen. People say that why are people fighting against themselves? Yes, because even in the house, there are internal enemies. Have you watched Pamela? Pamela, why? The best friend of that lady was the one killing her. So let us be clear about this. To me, if you ask my opinion, what should they do with those fighters? They should be garrett. Any fighter, listen, quote me anywhere. Now because they catch and romance them. Now why do I see they go all the ages before they come in noise? Because when you get them, you garrett them. No man will get courage to attack someone come. No man. I mean, when you get them, as soon as you get them, if you like garrett them on video, me put them by me better spoil the struggle small. Me put the lenses. No, it's a see now because it's Dr. Sakona pastor. If not me every tattoo. If not me every tattoo. If not me, oh my goodness, that boy the batty boy they like the show. I will put the show, put video camera when I watch them. They give the man Gary so bam. All them they Gary them clean for line. They want by a time they don't even do video. They Gary. Then you still have to fight or go attack some camp again. No, my turn at the truth. Now so I don't even know. Now see, this is war. It's not romance. Now war will not be romance. Because if you get fighters who go and attack camps, listen, everything that you see there about those fighters is the truth. Those guys went to attack the camps. Ask people, conduct interviews on the ground. Ask mothers. Let me even seize the opportunity and pass this message to those people in Wututu. Those bandits. There are some bandits who call themselves. There are two places that have come to my attention. Very serious. You have bandits in Wututu and others in Baba 2 in Nijon Fundi's village. And in Wututu, they come right down to my 4. Come and terrorize people. Let me tell you something. When we install these cameras, just get these cameras, when we watch and see that Wututu picking the way they disturb. So they have Oban 3 corners where they terrorize population. Not be soldiers they don't have. Boy, the way don't turn into criminals. Make them clear. When this AK will enter this Fako boys, I don't tell all those generals. They are going to move to Wututu. Keep on disturbing the people who are already suffering. Let me tell you very clearly. See, when you're there for war, some people they say why they can't coach person. Excuse me. For this platform, for every tattoo, I'll be activist while they fight war. I'm not getting no civility. Civility not there for war. See, listen, not confused. If you are a prostitute, I'll tell you on this platform. For National Telegraph, I will report news, treat you with respect, ask you questions. But if you come for you, I will uproot you. Because this is an activism platform. And not be activism for say, I want to talk now about how we ever do so. Now activism for war period. Me be very clear, not confused. Eric Tato and National Telegraph. And at the talk, say if not me, Eric Tato, I'll be there for Dr. Sakoi place. Or I'll be get a small command. That's why I'll be activist. And I don't reserve myself. If not me, I don't give order. Me the Gary, all that boy on that video for Batibon. All of them. They for Gary all them because they did disturb, they did waste time. That's what they ever do. So let this point be clear. AGC is a canker worm. AGC is a gang of thieves. They are rogues. They are criminals. And I want to be clear with you. Capo Daniel called the UN Decoration Committee. Then they analyzed the lie how now La Republic stopped Dr. Sako. La Republic stopped Dr. Sako in an open session because there was already a primary stop. Now, let's get this clearly. They had already stopped Dr. Sako by making a phone call to the UN Secretariat, to the Decoration Secretariat, and Dr. Sako could not pick the pass to go. Now, if you not get pass for enter for inside UN, how many of the object you appoint, then you get position for object? If you don't pick up that pass, the Republic will object that pass now for back, now clean for open session, and every day Capo Daniel counter with Dr. Sako the lie. Some people they say, when I be talk say, National Archive can authoritatively confirm that Ambazonia will be talked about. Today they say, you never get nothing for talk if you live under Western Sahara. That was an organization where a topic, if I go talk for something, my topic therefore be varied so long as not decolonization. You never force me. Excuse me, say one talk say Professor Lumumba must can only talking about Kenya. No, he never talk about Kenya. So people that organization will not say we'll get all this infighting. No, we'll not get infighting. We'll get two fights, not be infighting. Listen, not confuse infighting because we need struggle from our men. We'll get enemies and now we'll get to kick them out and our agency. Listen, and I don't talk them before. Say they will, me no man no ever call my phone. Tell me say please preach cooperation, preach this. Not call my phone. I'm not there for that side again. I'll be the only activist who don't fight for do all women leaders unite, but don't see and say no way, not the way they not ever unite. So me be clear, not call my phone. I tell somebody today, say for me, my first enemy before the Republic, na AGC and ADF, is very clear. And you know go stop our independence by no way. We don't get the independence, so we get to weed all these people out. Or let this be very clear. So we know what we say. All these they working on themselves. You go show them make news. Fake news, come for Kato about Eric Tato. Are they for you no shit? Are they na me, Eric Tato? There is no infighting. No, please. May I explain one thing for now? Infighting means we even fight because we consider will be brothers and they want to solve that problem. There is fighting on two fronts. The ADF is an enemy to the revolution. So it's no longer infighting because we already had now before Washington DC will get infighting. Don't get confused. Now we get an enemy already. We now clean ADF and then we'll get La Republique. Those are the two power fighting. Because look from Allah, Sokadef, even Dr. Kwanga don't come for live shoka complain about Ayaba before they go to make Magu because it's already bad. It come for live shoka complain about Ayaba Cho, how you don't go attack Sokadef for Mato. Unal be here, Namia Bika talk. Unal be here. Red Jag on the complaint for the BLM, you get 50 soldiers, you take 2, 3 for go cause havoc. Let it be clear. We don't get nothing again about cooperation or collaboration with AGC. Now, group of the people. Most of the girls they for AGC are prostitutes. They need work, they need do nothing. They just move around Maryland and some states of America. They disturb. Now, criminals. So, I need the fear for tell them for their faces. I tell them a fact. They be factual. We all man say and no say yes. They want to throw the man the talk. I need cause and say they be don't be. I talk and whether a woman or a man. Now, revolution and a war, I will tell you the hardest tongue possible and nothing is going to happen. If you get their proofs, come and talk about me, Eric Tato. So let us be clear about this. We will not come here until we start talk true. I mean, people will get plus fake profiles them, like Sheep Nambi Broker. Sheep Mawe Papa na family na very wretched family from Bonge. He can disturb for you know think about how his family wretched, how he liberate Ambazonia, do correct thing. For go make sure say me take care for a family, move develop country. Even for social media every day. Go look that shit broker. Where all the agency people they know we be the state for China. Don't go decoding na Nambi Erasmus. Nambi Erasmus. Today they talk so actually get play where if papa they stay from Bonge, where can they disturb for Facebook. You never see some day that Nambi Erasmus go take news so say don't kill the man for Bali, don't kill the man for Ngokutunja, can't post them. No. You know I get that kind of thing for expose our struggle for the world. All you own for the analyze between IG do this, Sako say this one are pastors. Listen, those things, they, of course, they will be important sometimes depending on your approach for the revolution. Mark the analyze or the analyze. But if you take analysis for being a part, listen, this should be very important. Me will know. So it be very important. So let us get it very clear. So all these people, them, I'd already tell them, say, me, Eric Tato, I don't come for stay. And until I go die now for Boya. And Ambazonia must be free. So, una go bring all una gang. Some people they say, will you make sure Munzo and the rest of the gang ground? No. Not because they buy AK, give that boys them. Even as some who the talk show, will they still buy AK, give them. So, Munzo, Kwadinatumi, Barrister Bala, those one in our history, they are finished. They don't get no space for Ambazonia, for Togala Federation. Nobody will accept that. So, we not worry yourself. So now, for activism, if you want to make noise, like how I talk, raise money, give accounting. Call people, raise money, give accounting. That is what is important. But as long as I did for the revolution, I want to make them very clear. Very clear. I am here to stay and to make sure that I use my voice to defend 10 million Ambazonians. So we'll not get nothing to do AGC. AGC is our first enemy. They are attacking camps everywhere. You hear? Even the guy will make video for audio for Akwaya. When he talk with me, that commander talk with me, and I tell you, I understand. He say ADF na name. Nobody say ADF don't do anything. He not be the under ADF. But he just didn't say na name. And I tell me calm down. One will put the Manu County together because he get right for complaint. Na Manu person. One will put Manu County together will extend to Akwaya. And I be tell clearly say no man, no fit action fighter. We don't stay for some place for long. Either establish me go for a county. We don't deny that one. So me and you bring all the things of confusion. We talk say as long as you don't stay for some place, people they know you. We will incorporate you for that county because when you be born there or you don't stay longer for some place, even for America, might don't stay 4 years, 5 years, become citizen. So those things that will not want me put the card confused because now the thing that they take and analyze on social media. Ask yourself, say, even with the bad faith way Dr. Akwanga they get us on time, it make noise because Dr. Akwanga now the highest man we don't disturb for the movement. Now the master the corporate and JJC way for 37 years. Because imagine say people they okay now some person they wait on there for movement for 37 years. Every day can say I've been here for 37 years. I've been here for 25 years. You get to be ashamed. So you don't be for 37 years for movement. You know I change nothing. But now people they wait. Me say even Tapang we don't come be a very serious criminal now. From tying a Mark Barrett at the beginning, they do more. For the short period, they leader of consortium pass which way Ayabacho Akwanga don't ever do for the whole life, for the whole 37 years. That's the point. Because if you want to rate the success of this struggle, you go see and say Tapang don't can go down because of the bad thing they do. Now Mark today, Tapang did well when he was leader of consortium. Seseko declare independence. So you know, Katim about 37 years, we not get nothing. This revolution, a coffin revolution, it been named after Manchum BBC. No, be after you, Akwanga or Ayaba. Unajo can't take now, Unajo be an opportunist. So you can't even be ashamed. Say you don't need to call every day, say you don't do for some place for 37 years. And you not be able to do anything. Till today, you only go fight every night. You go find a camp for fight and the La Republic, the pastor will go fight them. We not see Ayaba Cho for Independence Day for 1st October. He did not celebrate. But he can address country according to he own country for oil for London. He can address country for 9. I mean, when I be serious, the man like call and say he be who, he be this, you know, because he I just block the person. I don't define this particular person so for block. I'll just block you because I don't get time for the kind of fake profile. Block. I say as you can comment again. AGC thieves. I select you now. I know what I block. I leave Ayok Tabe me come because I want me get thing that go to tell Ayaba because I know say Ayok Tabe na other couple Daniel Tapang Ayabo Ayaba itself. So I need it for this show until when I will do my necessary for blocking. So you know people for 37 years. See every day don't be 37 years. You know I achieve nothing. You get for the shame for cat talk. You get for the shame. Even Hannah where we stay for how many 90 something or how many years we not born. God be sorry give one picking. So God don't sorry you wait for this struggle. He don't give na criminals them in the name of activists. Tapang we don't teach you to all man when I take and put as spokesman. Me can do spokesman will see. We go get my comment, we know we be. We not different about say oil. So we get this point very clear. Seseko every day Seseko na come na Johnny just come. But you don't have for 37 years. Seseko don't come out to celebrate 1st October way. All man come out. You hear all fighter you talk about Seseko. We not change that fact. We not change that fact. Me, yes, I come in only yesterday, but I don't do my own way. Put them to they appreciate them. Better than people they don't be for long for this thing. So this thing not about who come. Joshua Carr where they only small picking where just start. Now in the outside they call and name the praise for Grand Zero. When I call a person, how about their friend Joshua Carr? The whole play. In fact, Joshua Carr even popular past me. I mean like popularity, not being notoriety. Because Tapang and notorious man, they sound like Gankumba. You get Yannick Sikori stuff, they appreciate it. So when I get all these small criminals and all around, when they bring them for me, they can't disturb me. You get big man like George Bending or they call it that in the way. Oh man, way my papa die way, my papa be then almost age. My papa for day alive or come social media. No, papa no can contribute. You can social media. Oh no, can write positive comment or you can social media every day. You can ask my trip to boy. You contribute how much? Every day na my trip to boy. Ask Tapa about Red Dragon to boy. Red Dragon to the BLM. Ask Ayababa money they don't take about asylum for documents before you can talk. We not get nothing about unity. We get unity in interim government. Ayabacho and the gang will not need them again for the government. We will not need them because now people the way if you give Ayabacho one space, he will do coup d'etat, key all man for Ambazonia. Ayabacho prefer for day for Ambazonia, he and these few people employ animals and I forget all 8 million people. He doesn't care. So this point don't be made clean and clear. So not tell me about 37 years. 37 years of failure. They say like Bia, you see the Bia people, they know Bia not there for 30 years. Wait to don't change your Cameroon. I mean, wait to don't change. Bia any mandate with war. Look, what are not they? I'm saying Ayabana Bia. No, let's be honest. 37 years no achievement. I am focused, please. This I talk now the essence of the live show. I'll be very focused. They focus on the life now go tear these agency people there. Where they go bring people, they go gang for can't get erected on name. I'm not going to tell them about my papa say you don't doubt 2003. When I go think again before I come. When I did the same Bia, 37 years. I mean, you get some young man, my friend Tapang, me and Tapang are same department, same batch, who graduate for you before 2008, he not even graduate. Now after way now, I beg we can graduate. Yes, the man will be making noise here. Everywhere, like say be some better man. Because Paul then can't talk. You can't write me, say you set me up, you say my papa and Igbo Pro will believe. Who will believe you? An immaculate feet, your own teeth shine like white clothes. All man don't say I'm no. So let's be focused. And if one of being focused is talking about this poor every day until they get out of this revolution. Yes. County by county is going on. Fakodo will get about $7,000, $8,000 or $10,000 from which you know they are doing their things and going. And we are going to do better and best in other counties. So all those things where they can't make noise, they go to make noise now because they cry. Say no man again contribute for them. So we not come here telling about 37 years, you have been here for 60 years. So what? I mean, you 37 years no achievement. Me say the same like beer, no achievement. Nothing you not achieve for 37 years. But people don't come only when they can't cash it on the scenes on the feet. Now they don't cause a whole people in la Republic de so. Manchum BBC, not be now. Who defend no Manchum BBC? Manchum BBC climbed on top coffee for 10 minutes, 1 hour. The whole thing spoiled. You know, we don't say I don't be with this person and Akuma and the rest. Every Akuma one die, they talk bad about Cho Ayaba. I've been Akuma. That time nobody ever know me. So why be so all man they talking about bad about Cho Ayaba? All man. Even James Harrison, when I'm a friend, I know he did Kutunu. When I see success in Congo, they live with big motor, big woman there. The same Tapang way be coach Ayaba Cho say Ayaba Cho go daddy with a woman. Today they draw cartoon, make some arrows, so go show back inside Ayaba Cho motor. Today Ayaba Cho be my best person. I mean, all these small dirty activities in life, and I call them dirty activities because they don't get conscience. They don't know what they do. And you see them, they get the worst activities, the way they look shabby, they wear coat with country cap, they dirty, they need to talk no English, then they can't talk and say, Eric Tato, they tell boy, they say, if you write dirty for your wall, means some man look dirty. I mean, no, let's be honest, let's be serious. They get the most primitive product. Even though they're tapping, they make noise. If tapping will come America, I don't go say again. We never go see, I don't go. Can they make noise? They first put them a call, they say they seek asylum. Tapang they do now, wait they seek citizenship. No more be serious. Ayaba Cho become the born for Norway. You talk about some man, how many people they seek asylum? 99% of all man who come in country can't even country in asylum seeker. From Canada, from Europe. So not because na man is human right. So you don't have people who are making noise. Tapang would make noise. I mean, let's be serious here. You have very useless people who don't know their left from their right. They can't destroy struggle and they can't club with them. Or they romance with them. Where they keep it for ground zero. No, let's be honest. Let's be honest. I mean, we'll be honest. We'll be honest. So we don't want for the tonton team because people don't come make noise. Me, every time I want to say, ask them, me the tell for Manfi. Ask them, me the tell Tiko Boya. Yaoundé. When I go press R, I talk to my mommy, come in the fierce, I will come also be our can catch me. For press R, I coach all CPM and elite for CRTV live. Ask and doctor go and watch. Okay, this other Amber, this thing might just block you. Your last day with you watch me. Create new way. Not see your face. You the fear for art. you don't run. That's what we do now. Criminals. Think that we dey fair for down now nonsense. I just block you. Another tapan. I not can talk as me as I talk so on Facebook. Now if you say we dey fair, I don't block him. About all these people. Now about all our money they don't die. Some of you will not really talk. Wait till it happen for ground zero. But we just deal with look them quietly how they try to destroy this revolution. Some people they say get small conscience. They know can't talk, the one can't support. So me be very clear, say me Eric Tato, I need to back down. I don't really come for the revolution for can stay. I don't come for can play my own part. For write my name for history. I read all una comments. If I do bad thing, I will apologize. If I see something go wrong, I will follow comments. And I will know say this I talk to not correct. But till I talk, we Korea go see una comments, I go know. And because I depend on una comments, now on our aspirations, they are taken for talk for people. For people, they write me all the time. I know if you reply not because I ignore and because a lot of messages, I need to get time to because I manage a lot of stuff. Now, see what all the people that watch mood see the opportunity again for do the announcement. Say tomorrow we already start to prepare from today. Say this one now the big announcement. They say Professor Lumumba go there for DMB area here. So anybody watch me at this time, we will know say from 7 p.m. you get for there for this hall. They will write the address. So after that, you go from my official page, you go follow and up, and they will write them because I will give you interview for town hall and the address where Professor Lumumba go there. Now the address this. I read the address really quick. Before you come online, me they follow the address. So the address now, I just come. Anybody get the address, we pin them for there. I beg. Pin them very urgently. So me all man just put the address there. So suppose they just join non know. So Patrice, Professor Lumumba go there here for talk about Africa, about Ambazonian issue. And during that period, all Ambazonians will get the right for ask question on camera, for write for Facebook, and we will follow that Facebook. We will do that for Eric, not for Eric Tato Facebook, we will do that for National Telegraph. So if you do you know the follow National Telegraph, because the only way that you will get that shown, and the way that you will fit comment, and we will also the block and ban any fake profile you can for them, we can disturb for talk other things. So I will ask my friend Dris Cole, Kemi Ashu, Joshua Kaya, Nixie Court, all of them, may they make sure say they put the announcement for their war when I will do and send her out. We'll try to get all activities. Yes, thank you so much. Now the address is just continue. Brian Chair, please, I beg. Thank you so much, sir. Oh, I remember now who is that. So I try to pull out the address. So now the address that they so just print to put the address many times, I beg. Any man will see the address, the copy and paste them for one. Now the address that way can be don't put down from 7 p.m. You're there for 14900 Swazel Lane Suite 107 Laura MD. So I beg when I pin the address, all man is any man you live for America, if you fly from Chicago, any site, I bet you come for that place so that we will make sure say we come there in our number. Me that whole flock, me space no day. Me that man no say we really serious or they were independent. I go make I go take because now representation for the number of people then they go show say yes, people they really serious which they want them. So we have to make sure so we can be the whole be jam packed to capacity. So me all man come for that hall on that particular day. So now the address I bet when pin the address 14900 Switzerland Lane, Suite 102, Laura MD. I think the address that. So I beg any man way it watch this show at this time, no say we'll get this big visitor when at this lawyer, Kenyan lawyer, Professor Lumumba, he go there at this time, and I got the interview from National Telegraph as a professional journalist at that time because you will now give all on our representation. Jennifer Dekai at the CU2, you have to make sure that you put that on your wall. So all activists who have this struggle at heart should get to me, please inbox me on my WhatsApp. They just call me and you to talk all the time so that we'll push this thing ahead. Once more, God bless you now. So keep the rendezvous for those who want. If you want to follow that show for comment, for sending a question, you'll go for National Telegraph official page where you type that search button for Facebook. You'll see National Telegraph. You type for it, then you enter. Then you of course you'll see National Telegraph. You'll go for follow. And then we'll get the discussion. So we'll put update this thing. And thank you very much. So not forget now for National Telegraph, we'll follow. Either you go for National Telegraph for YouTube. If you go click subscribe for YouTube for National Telegraph, and then we'll get all these things done. So thank you very much. I think we don't talk extensively. And God bless you now. At least we'll end the show. See some people don't go already. So we'll go with them. Thank you so much. God bless you. Are they ready for take calls and any question? And now when I cook lies about people that